I'm going to show you how to make the inhaler keyring pouch from Kreative Kiwi, and for that I'm going to be using a 5x7 hoop, 2 layers of wash away stabiliser, my threads, and I've got a matching bobbin for the decorative outside border, fabric scissors, my vinyl, and the cutaway stabiliser for the backing cut to size. I've got a sharp stabby tool. You can use anything that will go through your vinyl, some cam snaps, and my cam snap setting tool. Start off by hooping your 2 layers of wash away stabiliser, and then we're going to pin around the top edge just so that it doesn't get pulled down between the hoop frame while it's stitching. So take your pin, rest it on top of the hoop, push it through, bring it back round and through the stabiliser again, and that will anchor it. The larger the hoop, the more pins you put in around the edge. Load your thread for the quilted pattern into your machine, and then you're going to stitch round number 1, and that's going to give you your placement outline for your vinyl. I've just slipped a sheet of paper underneath here so that you can see the outline because it's a bit light. You're now going to place your vinyl over the front outline and tape it in place. I'm just using masking tape. Pop your hoop back into your machine and stitch round number 2 to secure it. I just swapped my thread out just so that you could see the stitching. I've now swapped it back to the colour that I'm going to use for the quilted pattern, and then we're now going to stitch round number 3. Next is the monogram letter, so change your thread to whichever colour you want for that, and then you're going to stitch round number 4. If you're going to add a backing to your pouch, turn your hoop over and then place your sheet of cutaway stabiliser over the back and then tape it in place. Pop your hoop into your machine along with your matching bobbin and thread, and next we're going to stitch round number 5, and that's going to do the decorative back stitching around the edge of the pattern, and it's also going to give us our placement markers for our cam snaps. You're now going to trim up all the tails on the back end of your work, remove the tape and the pins, and then we're going to free this from the hoop. And that's the back. We can now cut this out to shape, and we're going to use a pair of sharp fabric scissors and cut around the outside stitch line. We're actually going to cut on the line. I'm just going to pull out all these little thread bits that are caught between the layers, just to tidy it up a little bit. And we're now ready to add our cam snaps. There are 4 pieces to each snap. You've got a button for the male and you've got a button for the female, and obviously the male and the female forms one set, and I've got 5 sets here, so 5 buttons with the males and 5 buttons with the females. What we do need to make sure when we do this is that the males fit into the females so that it holds everything closed. So we need to make sure that we put them in correctly, either from the front or from the back. So I'm going to start with the tab here, and we're going to be working from pushing the button through from the back on these, then on this one and this one we will be pushing it through from the front, and there will be a male and female on each of these. And then as we will be putting females on these buttons, on here there will be the males, and as per the tab on the bottom of the pouch there will be a male and a female to hold it closed underneath the inhaler. So take your awl or sharp stabby tool, and then you're going to push it through in the centre of each circle. So we'll do these one by one. So push it through, and I just stretch the hole a little bit. Now this is for the tab, so I'm going to take the button and I'm going to push this through from the front, and then on the back I'm going to place the female. Take my tool, the button sits in the black cup and the male or female part is covered over the top by this clear part here, and you just sit it over and then squeeze hard, and that is now set. So we're going to do the same for the top part of the tab, and on the end of this one, or should I say on the back of this one, we're going to put the male piece. So push the button through from the front, then put the male over the spike, put everything into your setting tool and squeeze, and it's as easy as that. And now when these are closed, they snap into place and they're firmly secured. If ever these come off, it's either because you haven't squeezed hard enough, or whatever you're trying to put it on is too thick, in which case you would need to get longer pronged buttons for it. Okay, so let's carry on. This time we're going to be putting the females on the front of our pouch, so I'm going to work from the back, and again just push the tool through the centre of the circle, then take one of the buttons, push it through, add the female. In truth, it doesn't matter whether you start with the males or the females, but I'm doing it in this order so that it's easy to follow for you, and they all close at the end of the day. So that's our female attached. I'm now going to do the same with these two. Going to do the other side, and on these, as this will be wrapping round, we will be putting the buttons through from the front with the males on the back. So that's the body of it done. Next we're going to do the base. So if we just snap that together just for a minute, you have to decide which way you want this to fold, either left to right or right to left. I'm going to do mine to match the fold of this one. So I'm going to be putting the female in here and the male in that one. When we do this one, we need to put the female in, the button of the female in from the bottom on the back, and then we will put the button of the male through from the front. So I'm just going to open this out. And there's my button. Push it through, and the female on top. And this time that's going to go over the top of there, so the button's going to go down from the front. And that's our inhaler finished. So just to show you it in action, there's the inhaler. Pop it up. And you can add your keyring hardware onto this. And that's our inhaler pouch finished. I hope you enjoyed this stitch along. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to be notified of new videos as they're published. Do pop along to Kreative Kiwi's Facebook group. There's lots of ideas, help and inspiration there for everybody. The link to this design and lots of other information is available in the video description. And thank you very much for joining me.